What's going on, Chris? Yo, what's going on, Johnson? Ciao. What y'all doing? Hey, Awoken, what's going on, man? Can y'all hear me? Nice. How many did I catch so far? Well, I think we caught about 15 whiting today, about 6 bluefish. We were throwing a cast net earlier. Caught a bunch of, what do you call them again? Sergeant Major damsels. We're gonna try catching a couple of them right before we leave. Throw them in the cooler and see if we can't bring them back and throw them in my fish tank. Using a cast net off of the beach. Man, it's beautiful down here. What's going on, Dave? Yeah, thanks, man. Trying to find where these fish are. Had a couple of good hookups today, but couldn't seal the deal. I think we hooked up 2 reds, like 1 or 2 sheepheads. Small reds though. Oh yeah, the weather down here is great. It's like, I want to say it's probably like 85 or something like that right now. It's not even that cold. It's not cold, it's just pleasant. Really pleasantly warm. You guys gotta check this side out. Here's the upgrade. Figure what I could do is I could just put my fish tank right there, you know? Don't gotta worry about water changes or nothing. Oh, this is where we're at. Waiting for ReefaPalooza. Early. We got this whole damn place to ourselves. This is ridiculous. We can host a mini ReefaPalooza here, man. That's what happens when you overdo it. Anybody wants to get in the pool? Anybody local in Daytona want to come by and check us out? We'll be having fun. Just hanging out here, fishing off the dock. Yeah, it's a spot of our friend. We stay here every year that we come down for ReefaPalooza. So it has a deck, another deck, and then they're building a super top deck. Chi-Town, what's going on? Let's go to the super top deck. Really see where we're at. Patrick Chang, what's going on? And you guys gonna be down there at ReefaPalooza? Looking forward to meeting some of you awesome folks. Mostly. Yes, sir. those people have a nice lawn. After party, that's right, Awoken. Beer. We have beer. So much beer. We tend to leave the beer drinking until after the fishing, because we're going back out tonight. We've done Lawton Bridge. And if our buddy gets off work early, he's gonna pick us up there. We're gonna go about 20 miles offshore to the I think it's called the Liberty Reef, and we're gonna try catch some cobia or something really awesome. Yeah, our buddy, he has a boat down that way near Ponce Inlet, so hopefully he can come pick us up tonight after he gets off work, and we'll be able to go hanging out. Yo, Doug, what's going on? I'm telling you guys, this is paradise, bro. If it wasn't for all the hurricanes and all the other crazy crap that goes on down here, I would love to get a place down here. I would sell the property in South Carolina and sell my kidney, soul, one of my legs to try and buy a place down here. Yeah, man. I cut my hair. I grow my hair out long every other year or so. Then I cut it back down. You guys know I'm corporate. I can't be rocking the man bun all the time. Say no to man buns in the corporate workplace. Don't mind this. It's a mess, because I'm not doing my hair when I'm on vacation. So what y'all up to? I feel so disconnected from the YouTube world. I haven't been looking at my phone or YouTube a lot, so I have no idea what's going on. I did see some of the coverage from Aquatics. That looked like a lot of fun. I'll have to try to make the next one. I think tomorrow, after some morning fishing, I'm gonna go probably gonna go check out some wholesalers. We got about 6 different wholesalers to go say what's up and hopefully get some cool stuff to bring back. Everybody else comes to ReefaPalooza for shopping at ReefaPalooza. We come for shopping at wholesalers. Honestly, you guys probably get the best deal at ReefaPalooza. All these announcements. I really got to figure out this live thing. See how I can see what you guys are typing. So what are you guys doing? What do you guys want to talk about? All 13 of you. Oh, we caught a shark. Pretty big one too. Had a lot of teeth. What would cause a favia to die in about 3 hours? Man, take your choice, dude. You got anything from temperature, alkalinity swing. I mean, I always tell everybody, if you're trying to solve a problem, find out where it's coming from first. So, bye, Aquashella. 3 hours, what? That was the plane flight back home? See, it's two things I struggle with when I go to shows, especially shows that are... SC's on his way down, click like. Especially shows that are like 2 days, right? So, like, say you go the first day and you see something that you really like and you buy it, right? And you put it, and then you're like, man, I'm not leaving until tomorrow. And you're like, all right, well, can you hold it for me until tomorrow? Well, a lot of the times, I mean, I don't know about every vendor or every person. What's up, Reef God? But, you know, they have pretty much the bare bones of a filtration system going on, you know? They got carbon or chemi-pure running. They got, you know, they might do a small water change. And I think some of the premier vendors will do a water change after the first day of the show, because they're not going to really depend on like carbon or whatever to keep things alive. But you got to figure, you got a bunch of corals and 30, 40 gallons of water trying to survive for 2 days. With some to minimal flow. It's not really much of a ecosystem in there that you just kind of set up in a couple hours, right? So could be stress that killed it, not sure. But in most cases, usually if I'm gonna buy something, I either set up a little holding tank, or at least I bring enough water or enough salt to make 5 gallons of water, you know, wherever I am. You know, enough salt, 5 gallons of water, a little heater, just to do a quick little water change. I mean, I did that up, well, click clack, you're in for a treat at Reef Smart then. Yeah, so I went to a show in Connecticut, 2-day show. Actually, it was a 1-day show, and we were staying overnight and leaving the next day. And I just took a 10-gallon tank, man. 10-gallon tank, 2 of those 5-gallon jugs of pre-mixed salt water, heated it up, and then whatever I bought at the show, brought it back, threw it in those little 10-gallon tanks. I didn't bring any light or anything like that, but yeah, they did great. And I must have bought like 20, 30 frags at the show. They did great. And I think it was just a difference of having that fresh water. So I almost feel like it's stress. You know, corals got stressed out. It got stressed out. You know, nutrients probably built up, pH. You know, stuff like that will cause a coral to really go down south real fast. You know. We know what you could have did is if you had or knew of a LFS in the area near Aquashella, whatever you bought, you could have asked them, hey, you know, can I drop this off at your shop, hold it for me for 24 hours, I'll pick it up tomorrow. Obviously buy something from their shop, you know, make it worth their while. But I mean, I've done that too. I've done that down here. You know, I've purchased stuff and just told them, hey, hold it for me until I'm ready. Or if you had a buddy reefer in your destination city, you know, someone you met through YouTube or whatever that you can sort of kind of trust, say, hey, hold this coral for me overnight in your very stable system versus the vendor's booth. But I don't think a lot of people have those options. So what are you gonna do? Bringing for the show. So Reef Keeper, we're actually not we're not vendors here this year at ReefaPalooza Orlando. We had a couple of different things that we needed to do before we came down here. It just wasn't enough time. But where we are down here is just really hanging out, shopping like everyone else, just seeing the show, fishing like I am, you know. we're just reefers down here, guys. Some business, but we're just hanging out for the most part. We didn't bring anything down here. We're saving all of our good stuff for Reef Smart in Raleigh in May. So we're just down here hanging out. I mean, if you guys see myself or SC walking around, just say hi, man. I know I'm not usually in front of the camera, so but yeah, if you guys see us walking around, just say hi, say what's up. I'd love to meet some of you guys. I know I met a lot of you last year with Rico and for sure, so hopefully we'll see him at the show as well. Are you going to Top Shelf again this year? Awoken, probably. I mean, if we have enough time, we're probably going to go check them out again, hang out. I talked to Remy over there a while back and told him that we were coming down. You can't wait to meet me, Click Clack? Yeah, bud. Can't wait to meet you either. Yeah, yeah, so we talked to a couple of them down there. But we actually have like, I want to say like four wholesalers to visit tomorrow, and a lot of them are very early in the morning because they're all going to ReefaPalooza for the most part, so not gonna have the most time in the world to go hang out. But it's mostly just a meet and greet and a quick shopping. What you guys doing? Yeah, Reef Keeper, we're not setting up a booth this year. Run up and start singing Baby Shark. We caught baby sharks for sure. Oops, dropped the phone. We're still live? Yeah, I would love to come. Yeah, I would love to come to Texas. My brother's gone to Texas a bunch of times. He keeps telling me, hey, you gotta come to Texas. You gotta come hang out. You gotta come do this, that, and the third. My only response to him is, gotta have time. Gotta have the time to do it. Can't wait to have time to do it. But if I am in Texas, you know, Doug, drop me your email at tristansreef@gmail.com. Shoot me over some details, just a way of contacting you, because I have business that I can definitely make an excuse to go to Texas for. So yeah, let me know. I would love to know where in Texas I need to go. Texas is a really big place. Am I buffering? I thought I was good. I had dropped the phone. If you like to party, then 6th Street, Austin. Got you. I will have to remember that. It is so peaceful here. There's no kids running around, no cars honking, just the ocean. Now, what would be really cool is if we could catch some cool fish here that I could put in my fish tank. That would be awesome. I'm gonna come out really early tomorrow morning with the cast net again. I think last night we put a green light in the water, and we had like a bajillion fish just swarming around this green light. And if the bite wasn't so good last night, we would have ran back over here to the house and got the cast net and tried to catch some of them. But that dock is really skinny, man, and it's it's a little risky moving around at night, so you gotta be real careful. Reef and Weekend, we're in Daytona Beach on the Halifax River, right near Dunlawton Bridge. We're staying at a friend's house. Davis Jew, what's going on? Yeah, I can see how some of you guys might think, might have thought that we're going to be vendors down at ReefaPalooza. So on the website, because we're not having a booth down here, we decided to just give everyone a discount code to go shopping as if they were at ReefaPalooza. I'm not gonna buy any bounces this year. I kind of have a deal pending on a Frankenstein bounce, so we're hoping that that it's the right size, the right color, and it's bouncing the correct way. But if I'm lucky, yeah, I'm probably going to end up getting a Frankenstein bounce. I think this year, if anything, I'm targeting at ReefaPalooza, it's going to be some of the maybe some of the nicer acros. I've kind of gotten the bite for zoanthids. They're pretty cool. I like how they look, and I have a cool project coming up that you guys might like for the channel. That's very dependent on having a lot of zoanthids, so hopefully that can cool. Yeah, Reef, and I'm sorry, man. Yeah, we don't have a booth down there. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, everything that we have available for sale is online. Let's see, Douglas. So yeah, we're just online sellers right now, Doug. So we have a aquaculture warehouse. You know, just call it what it is. It's a warehouse. It's an awesome warehouse by another warehouse with no windows and an awesome HVAC system with heat, electricity, and hot water and tanks lining all the walls. That's where we grow everything, and then when it's done, when it's all finished cooking, so to speak, we take what we're gonna take, we frag them up, shoot the pictures, put them up on the site, and they're good to go. I'm happy about that. Mostly it was a crazy weather last week, but we're glad that everything arrived just fine. We take a lot of care to make sure that we pack them real nice. We actually just, I think the furthest we've shipped coral, yeah, it was Alaska. The guy bought an OG bounce and wanted it shipped there. Took 4 days, but it got there. It was pretty cool. What's going on, Woody? So what are you guys targeting at ReefaPalooza if you're getting to go? What are you looking for there? Reef community worldwide. What's going on, bud? And American Reefing. Hey. Wow, all the OGs are showing up. That's what's up. Yeah, I don't usually stream. I'm just doing this because we're waiting for sundown, and we're waiting for the bite to turn back on so we can go running around trying to catch more fish. Tennis, nice. Never been a tennis fan. Uncle is though. My wife played tennis a lot, high school and college. We're going after all the standard game fish, Rican. So we've been catching a lot of whiting, a lot of croaker. We caught one slot red, so we have him iced down already, waiting for the trip back up. Caught a couple of blues, one or two sheephead. We haven't seen any black drums yet. We haven't really seen any real big snook or anything like that. I think the snook are gone. Yeah, American. The red's real good eating, man. Real good. We like to grill it, fry it. That's anyway. Yeah, we're gonna have to drum tonight. We caught a couple of flounder though. Surprisingly, they're pretty easy to catch down here, and a lot of them are the right size. So you're not having too much trouble catching your quota, I guess, daily of flounder. If anybody's a fisherman down here in Daytona that can tell us some secret spots, let me know. What's going on, Chimp? Yes, sir, American. That is the way to go. We got a grill back here. We're probably going to end up throwing some of that red on it tonight when we're back. But we're going to fish tonight, I want to say about 10 to 3 a.m. We're going to fish tonight. Going to see what we do about these drum. Can't stay out too late because we have a charter tomorrow morning. And that's only if our buddy doesn't show up with this stupid boat. Well, it's actually not that quiet. Awoken. There's actually a lot of birds around here, and there's a lot of waves. But I think the iPhone has really good sound cancellation, because every time there's a boat goes by, that's pretty much, you get all those waves and stuff start crashing against us there. But waiting for that sunset. See that? That's gonna be a beautiful sunset tonight. Good place to see it. I'm using the drag with a Peerless mod, double coil. Do you guys want to see this sunset? Or you guys want to see some real live rock from Florida? You guys want to see where Florida live rock comes from? Tell me what you guys want to see. Haven't made it yet to the Keys, Awoken. Only been down there on a cruise. So let's go. Let's go for a walk, kids. Let's go see live rock. Reefing with O is here. You guys might find this interesting. Look at all them scrimps. One of them's cooked. Bait. No. The pool. Haven't gone in there yet. I have beer. I have Michelob. Oh, we had this awesome beer down here, man. It's called Mango Craft, I think is what it's called. Man, that thing tastes just like mangoes. Absolutely delicious. So we were cast netting over here, and that's where we were catching the sergeant major damsels. They're kind of a yellowish color with like these black bars on them. They're kind of cool. So anyway, all over here we're finding these big chunks of shells that are kind of like bonded together into something that looks like a rock formation, and actually pretty cool. Yeah, this is the Halifax River. So what do we call a saltwater tributary? Is that what it would be called? Here's what I'm talking about. Like these big barnacle rocks. Bunch of snails and crap in here. It's cool stuff. Ton of catfish too. So I hear you guys want to put mangroves in your tank, right? Yeah, let's put some mangroves. Big ones, just like this. Is your tank big enough to fit one of these guys in there? Get one of these mangroves in there, right? You know what? I would bring some, but I don't know. Not every one of them have started dropping the propagules already. You know, like the little seed pod thingies. Not all of them have started dropping them yet. So we haven't seen a bajillion of them floating around. They've just... See, normally, like when we came down here this time last year, there were propagules all over here. I mean, there were, I want to say probably thousands of propagules all over here. And you can just go grab a handful of them. What's going on, Darren? So you could just go and pick up whatever you wanted and bring it back home. But this year, I don't know. It's probably because it's the cold weather, I guess, lasted for a little bit longer. So when it's high tide, you can't walk here. Darren, you see that? That whole thing is ours, bro. You want to come down here? I'll take payment for room and board and frags. Yep. So, damn, look at that sunset. You cannot go wrong with that. It's bright as shit. Cheese. I know, right? Wait, let me screenshot this. Can I screenshot while I'm on live? Hopefully. We'll see. Let's go. Let's go to the boat. You guys want to see the boat? Appreciate it. Click like. Hopefully my signal holds up and I don't drop my phone over in the water. Because that would suck balls. Mostly, I agree with you. Crazy hair is much better than man bun. Jeez. That bird's pissed off. Got a jet ski. Whew, that's pretty. The boat. It's a pretty sick boat. Sleeps 12. Has a kitchen, galley, TV, massive, massive gas tank. But there she is. Pretty full. Yep. So this is where we were last night. Couldn't see well because it was dark. We had the green light drop down here, hopefully attracting all the fish from over there into this area. But that's where we've been fishing. Our buddy, see that bridge? He lives like 2 bridges down from where we are, right near Ponce Inlet. So if everything goes well, he'll pull that boat up right here. We'll jump on. Look, there's fish busting out right there. We just got finished fishing. Tired. Gotta take a break. Got the obligatory fishing chairs. do? What who do? So, our buddy who owns a house has a friend who's a retired charter boat captain. So, for basically $100, he takes us out on that thing for about 4 or 5 hours, fishing, hanging out. Basically just really covers the gas. That boat burns a lot of friggin' gas, man. Shit. It's loud as hell too. And it takes 3 of us to get it back between those things, the pylons there. It takes 3 of us. 2 of us have to jump off the boat, grab the tow line to pull it in the side while he backs it up. The way that man drives that boat, you would think that, let's just say he's great at parallel parking. All right, he can parallel park the sugar out of that boat. It's a long, skinny dock. Look at this thing. It's like ridiculous. Yo, Legacy Aquatics. But it is beautiful. I do wish our house looked like that house. I like that one better. That one's more cool. But we're good with the beach house. I was trying to find my cleanup crew earlier this morning, but apparently the Astrea snails didn't get the notice. For dinner, not sure. We haven't thought about it yet. We did go to a place called The Deck, I think it's called. It's a nice spot overlooking the water, right by the well, it's under the Dunlawton Bridge. Sells like all kinds of seafood and stuff. Pretty reasonable, not too expensive, and food is really good. Waves look angry. So in the morning, there's a ton of crabs that be up here. I don't see any right now, but I doubt they're reef safe. But lots of macroalgae. Let me know if you guys want to see some of this stuff for sale on the site. Well, not this shit, but Chato. Even the ocean has hair algae, or whatever the hell that is. And now my feet are wet. Great. This guy says forage off the beach. What am I supposed to eat? Oysters? That's been siphoning that water? Yeah, right. Even though the crap they sell in the store is probably worse. Why can't miss? Can you recommend a good place to go eat? Look at that guy. What's up, dude? Ah, he's going. Whew. That is a sunset, kids. This is where we're gonna make that fish. So we got access to this really cool outdoor cabana thingy. We watched the Sixers lose terribly last night to the Hawks. I'll flip this back. Yeah, it's a cool spot. It's definitely a cool spot to go hang out. Nah, we got fishy friends related things. Can't miss. We do have a friend with a restaurant, but not down here in Jersey. Not Jersey, North Carolina. So, anywho, coming up to an hour. Got 10 minutes or so. So, if you guys have any questions you want to ask me, anything cool, anything about the site, just let me know. Figured I'd do some of this instead of making a video after Palooza. Why not do it live while we're down here? So let me know. Would you guys like to see the inside of some wholesalers tomorrow? Let me know if I should charge my phone up and go live at the wholesalers tomorrow. Maybe you guys could tell me what you want to see on the site and we could buy it and put it up on the site. That could work too. But only if you guys want to do that. So, sounds good. Let's see, we got two sounds good. 17 of you watching. I'm not important enough to ask all 17 of you to hit the thumbs up. But let's just get to 10. Let's get to 10 thumbs up and I'll live stream from the wholesalers if they let me. There we go, 10. Sounds good to me, boys. I like it. Sweet. I know. If you guys like this kind of stuff, I don't do the whole live streaming thing very often. So if you guys would like us to live stream more, either from the shop or just from hanging out and doing what we're doing. Reefin, do we have a store to visit? We're gonna visit some wholesalers down here. I would tell you who, but I'm not at liberty to discuss that yet. Because some of them are opening the doors just for us. Maybe I misunderstood your question. Your store. Oh, okay. Yes. Well, if you guys really want to see some cool stuff inside of the shop, I'll talk to the other guys and see what they say if we want to kind of release that kind of a footage right now. And we'll do a tour of the aquaculture spot. Show you guys what we're getting up to in there. But right now we only do some, you know, by appointment in North Carolina. If you guys see something cool, you want to buy it, that's fine. We can ship it to you. We can meet you somewhere, or we can probably invite you over to come hang out with us at the shipping center so that you can peruse what we have available for sale. Tar Heel, get the fire. Tell me what to get. You have to tell me what you see. Most places, all right. So most stores, they just buy what they think you guys want, right? And honestly, that's how we started off. We started off buying what we think everybody wanted to see. We started growing what we thought everybody wanted to see grown. But really what we found out is that there's a ton of people who don't really want to go SPS. They're quite happy with softies. And if they do want to go SPS, they just kind of want some of the easier stuff. You know, like those people that are much happier admiring SPS from afar, but they just don't feel like they're ready for it themselves, right? And those are the same people that are saying, oh, we love SPS and blah, 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 but we love SPS, but not to buy them. So what we've been doing is kind of seeing what you guys have been purchasing the most of and making sure we bring cool, new, unique items for the things that you guys are actually buying, which right now, I think our best sellers have been A-cans, for sure. A-cans, Euphilia. I mean, I don't think anybody can really match our Euphilia prices right now. As a matter of fact, a bunch of people have told us that you're priced too low, and we're like, we're priced however the hell we want to price them. If you don't like it, match us or let us do our thing. Yep, chalices and torches. So torches for sure. We did upload some pretty cool new torches, some blackout torches, some key lime neon green with purple tip torches, and we do have some gold torches available. The problem with the gold torches is that they're not cheap. They're not even cheap for us. So to get gold torches and sell them to you guys, we either sell them at a loss or charge you what the market rate is, and market rate is not really that awesome. But if you would rather buy from us, then let me know. You know, you can always, if you want to see something on the site or you want us to find something for you, right? Just drop us an email, customer service at trcaquatics.com, or just shoot me an email, Tristan at tristansreef@gmail.com, and you know, we'll find it for you. You know, we'll find it for you and we'll give you the best price. One thing we want to do, if we can, is we want to do something kind of cool where we allow people to kind of bid or put a price of what they think it is, right? So I'm working on a system where if you say something we put is $50 and you're like, man, that's too expensive, and you say, hey, this is too expensive, what would you pay for it? And you tell me, instead of $50, I'll pay $40 for it. Well, if enough people say that they will pay $40 for it, we'll drop the price to $40. You know, as long as it's, you know, within our profit margin and all that cool stuff, you know, we still are a business. But yeah, we'll drop the price to $40. You know, we want to make it really approachable to you guys. We want to be known as those guys, those online basement guys, you know, where possible. So, but we also want to be fair, you know. Both SC, myself, a lot of the other partners that are part of the business, they know that corals are expensive, and they know that being so expensive makes getting into the hobby or even buying stuff for your tank stupid expensive and very cost prohibitive, you know. One of the things that we try to do on the site is, first of all, we try to find the cheapest price on something and beat it straight up. If you see something on the site, chances are we're probably the cheapest person that has it. If it's not, let us know. And I bet you we beat it in 24 hours. It has to be somebody reputable, though. It can't be some crazy dude on eBay. But yeah, you let us know and we'll try to beat it. I think that's about as much as anyone could do, right? And yeah, so another cool thing is that we're doing, trying to lower our shipping. So the more you guys order, the more our volume goes up. We're trying to get into that $29.99 price range to get something shipped. We're trying to drop the pricing from $250 minimum order for free shipping to, you know, $200, $179.99. So that's the important thing. We try not to we make nothing on shipping. You pay what we pay. So we're trying to make sure that we continue to get the cheapest shipping rates possible, but it has to be good shipping though. We can only ship FedEx Priority overnight. It's really the only thing that we trust. So, you know, as we get, I guess, more popular, we're going to try to do that. What you guys saying in the chat? Yeah, welcome. Gold euphyllias. Talking about gold torches. Gold, Aussie gold torches. Yeah, mostly we try to get stuff out same day where we can. And where we can't, right before ReefaPalooza, I implemented a new system on there where you guys could choose what day you want your stuff to arrive or ship. So let's say you want to buy something today, but you don't want it to be shipped until next week, Thursday. You'll be able to say, hey, I want to buy it today because it's on sale, but can you ship it next week, Thursday instead? So we implemented that right before I left. So now you could choose what day, because we figure, you know, a lot of people like to place orders on Monday, but Monday's an important day for a lot of people who actually work to support their hobby, right? So taking off a Monday or taking off a Tuesday in the middle of the week, or, you know, it's not good for everyone. So we want to make it as easy as possible. So by allowing you guys to just tell us when you want stuff shipped. So another question was shipping on Saturdays. That was one that we struggled with. Do you guys want us to ship Friday for Saturday delivery, knowing that most delivery services, FedEx included, does not guarantee on-time delivery for Saturday? What do you guys think about that? Because we know Saturday's open for a lot of people. And I want to tell you that it doesn't necessarily cost us more money to ship Friday for Saturday delivery. A lot of the other places charge you extra. And the reason they're charging you extra is because if your package gets lost or delayed until Monday, then there's a possibility you can lose your stuff. And our policy, like everyone else's, is we're not responsible if FedEx screws up. That's what we tell you. But realistically, we'll try to take care of you the best we can. See? So yeah, so... But how about the option, Awoken? Would you want us to give you the option of a Saturday delivery? Because my fear is that a novice or someone who is not a regular coral buyer may purchase something on a Friday and get Saturday delivery because they think it's easy. Hey Tina, what's going on? Yeah, so the consensus seems to be no Saturday delivery if it's not a guarantee. And I would tend to agree with you guys. Personally, myself, when I've ordered corals, we don't get Saturday delivery. We don't do Saturday delivery. I take a day, work from home, do whatever I need to do. What's going on, Jeff? Take a day, work from home, take a half day, take an extra long lunch break if I know for a fact that my coral is going to arrive at a certain time. And yeah, try to be there for when it arrives. It is risky. I don't really want to risk it for the biscuit, boys. Man, you guys murdered the site that first week. The first 3 weeks that we were open, we had to actually take the site down for 3 days because we weren't prepared with a second batch of corals to upload. So we took the site down for 3 days so that we can get everything home. Yeah, you're right, mostly. You're absolutely right, sir. You know, it's already stressful sending them overnight, you know, with all the different shipping methods available to us, right? So, you know, we've been experimenting with, you guys know those, well, if you ever got an algae barn order, you know, those almost looks like a trendy little sack or whatever. Well, they sell one that's aluminum reflective, and it supposedly traps like 95% of the radiant heat. So theoretically speaking, you throw one of those heat packs in there, it's 110 degrees, that's what the heat pack's supposed to heat up to. It should theoretically maintain it, but our problem is, why isn't everybody using these heat packs? Not heat packs, the silver lining that goes in the boxes. Everyone's still stuck on foam. And, you know, we've asked this question to a lot of people, a lot of competitors. We've asked it from wholesalers. And nobody can really tell us why they stick with the foam. I don't know if it's just kind of one of those reefer-isms, I call them, you know, where something is done a certain way no matter what. You don't know why it's done that way, but this is the way it's done. There's no changing it ever, 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 ever. And anyone who does it any different way is inferior automatically. You know, it's like before BRS, the T5 bulbs, 9 or 10 months, T5 bulbs must be changed because apparently people can tell a spectrum color difference and the corals start doing bad after 9 months. And then Bulk Resupply does this study, and it's like, no, you're good for almost 2 years, but I mean, you're never going to be able to see what the spectrum changes. It's indiscernible to the eye. And it's like, oh, well, crap. Well, I guess that reeferism got knocked out of the window, right? So we just want to know if anybody's ever gotten any corals in those silver-lined boxes. And would you prefer to get corals in the silver-lined box or styrofoam? It's cheaper, for sure. Lot more time friendly than making styrofoam boxes or buying styrofoam boxes. But we don't know how well they work. And our tests are inconclusive, to say the least. Means as corals are added to the site, we try to shoot for every Sunday night at midnight to 3 a.m. Site goes offline for maybe like 3 minutes or so while new corals are uploaded. So as we add new stock, we upload. I mean, if something happens midweek, it'll probably happen at midnight or 3 a.m. for new stuff getting added. Yeah. Any of you guys big leather fans? We've received like maybe 2 requests for leathers. We just want to know how many of you guys really like purchasing leathers and what kind. We're talking about like toadstools and what's it called? Purple or the frilly looking was it toadstool? I think yeah, it's a frilly looking toadstool and colt and all this stuff. Fiji yellow toadstool, yeah. So if we were gonna buy a bunch of leathers, get a ton of Fiji leather toadstools, is what you're telling me, Awoken? And what about fish? So if I told you guys we can sell fish that have been quarantined for 72 days in copper, would you buy them? It'll be a first come, first serve. I'll tell you that right now. Hey, what's going on, Al? Thanks for stopping in. Oh, and thank all of you guys for stopping in. What's going on, Thomas F? Yeah, so we've been experimenting with keeping fish, and our success rate is pretty good. But I'll tell you what, we lose a lot, especially during the quarantine. But at the very least, I think we'll be able to guarantee that they're ick-free and internal disease-free. Now, if they have other issues, like they like to eat your corals, or they're not the smartest fish in the ocean, then we can't promise you that. But I think we're close to being able to say that for 72 days in a sterile environment, no signs of ick and no sign of internal parasites and eating is the closest we can get. Because we can only treat the things that we know of. So if 85% of the fish that gets into the ornamental industry have diseases and reefers are only trained to recognize 12, we can only treat for the 12. So Al, it's a combination, a low-level copper, well, it's a hyposalinity followed by low-level copper, and then a gradual increase back into normal salinity, observation, and then treatment of Prozipro. So we're not leaving them in copper for 72 days. We're proactively treating them for internal and external parasites and then observing them for a period of time before offering them for sale. We're trying this in our own tanks for our own frag systems first. The idea came because one of the things that we want to do is we don't want to risk putting any fish in our frag systems that may have diseases, that you buy a coral and then the coral goes into your into your, into your tank, and then all of a sudden you get ick, and you haven't had ick in 20 years, and you're like, holy crap, TRC gave me ick. So rather than doing that, what we did is before we added fish to our quarantine setup, before we added fish to our coral environment, our inverts took a bath, took a scrub, added them in, waited for a long, long, long time with them as the only cleanup crew. And then we added fish that poop a lot to keep the corals healthy. And while about to tear down the quarantine system, we said, hey, why don't we just put some fish in here that we can sell on the site? That's where the idea came from. I was just wanting to know if you guys would be interested in something like that. Now, for my own personal tank, I do subscribe to the pop and drop methodology, but it's a little bit more than just walking into a store and buying any fish I see. I observe them for a while. I ask them to be held for a while. I do bring them home and put them in a tank for 2 or 3 days before I add them to the main system. Make sure that they're eating, make sure that they're fat, and then I throw them in. Some of them, like grasses, I just roll the dice and hope that I don't catch it. Been lucky so far. Tank is stocked, so no more adding fish. But for everyone else, though, we wanted to see if you guys would be interested in something cool like that. They're all hit or miss. Awoken. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I probably order fish from the same place they order fish from. Except when they order fish, it's probably a lot more fish than I ordered at any given time. So I would only order fish that I would say are the main staples of every aquarium that everyone has. Chromies, clowns, tangs, maybe some of the more expensive tangs, the Achilles tangs, and the mimics and stuff like that. I would say that maybe I would pull some of those guys in. Yep. I think it depends on how what you consider overhead. You got to think that Copper Safe and Coopermine, we get all our stuff wholesale, right? So we can get Coopermine by the gallons if we wanted to. But it doesn't take that much copper to treat a system for a good amount of time. But it's just an idea, something that we're pondering. Maybe later on this summer, we'll give it a go, see what you guys think. Maybe choose a couple of you guys and give you a heavy discount to check it out. Yeah. Let me see. There's one other thing I wanted to tell you guys. Oh, I wanted a poll. How much would you pay for 10 pounds of live rock that's been cured, seeded with billions of copepods, sponges, coralline, all of the beneficial sponges? We're talking like pineapple sponges and red sponges and the fluffy little white ones and the orange ones that you find growing under your rock. How much would you pay for 10 pounds of live rock like that, shipped? But it's not shipped dry. It's shipped in water, completely submerged and alive. The purpose would be for people to seed new tanks. How much would you pay for it? Don't all type at once, all right? Seed. I mean, you could throw it in your aquascape if you want. But it would be to seed a new tank. So you can order whatever live rock you want, and then 10 pounds of our seed rock. Guaranteed pest-free, no aptasia, none of that crap. Just beneficial things. Sponges, bristleworms, maybe a McDonald's Super Gulp cup full of pods to also go into your tank. All you need to do is have the right salinity in your system and your water be heated. Add the rock to your system or your sump. And as long as it's in your water column, call it seed. So Tina says $10 a pound. So this would be rock that starts life as like almost like Carib Sea life rock. Hey, Rico in the house. What's going on, bud? Hey, what's up, aquariums down under? So $8 to $10 a pound. I think that would be doable. And obviously I'll order it. I'll have two categories, 5 pounds and 10 pounds for the people with smaller tank. For the ballers out there, they can order 100 pounds of seed rock, already seeded, guaranteed, shipped in water. I think that would be pretty cool. We don't see anybody else doing it. Well, now they're probably going to do it, but at least we'll say we did it first. So it'll ship like a fish, underwater. 6 mil bags, triple bagged. You're driving now, Rico? Or you're doing what I said. Sounds good to me, man. Let me know. I got a nano that I want to set up. I need some of this seed rock. It's 10 pounds of rock and water. Shipping weight, I think, is roughly going to be around 18 pounds or something like that. So it's only enough water to keep the rock underwater. But it'll be prepackaged. One flat price. No extra shipping. It'll be like $10 a pound. It'll be 10 pounds of rock. Maybe a little bit more, depending on what pieces we got. But it'll be shipped underwater, completely seeded with sponges. And all the rock starts life. Yeah, Rico, but you know, that still ends up having some die-off. See, what I want to do is be able to ship. Well, I mean, we've tried it already. That's why I'm asking the community. But what we wanted to do was be able to ship the rock underwater with it fully seated up with pods and stuff. No, Tina, it would be rolled into the price. Shipping would be rolled into the price. Because we want to do it with sponges and stuff. And we've tried it without water. We've tried it with a little bit of water. We tried it with the, what do you call it? We didn't use wet newspaper. We used it was a type of gauze that doesn't leave bits and pieces of wet newspaper all over the rock, so it's clean. It's almost like a wax cloth almost. So holds the moisture a lot better, but doesn't leave a bunch of wet newspaper or the news printed on your live rock somewhere. Yeah, mostly same here. Like the first time I got air rocked, even recently for the 350, we got when I ordered in the live rock from one person where I got it from out in LA. He shipped it underwater, and that rock came with freaking urchins on it that I didn't even know were on it. Put it in my sump, and like a couple months later, I have like 6 like urchins about like this size, about the size of a quarter, hanging out in my sump right now that I did not see anywhere on that rock when I put it in there. And I sure as hell didn't add any urchins to it. So I'm glad none of that rock made it to my display, because I don't like urchins in my display. They like to move stuff around. But yeah, we found that the one that came from LA in the water was great. Yep, aquariums down under. I mean, I've done that. I've re-aquascaped my tank and had my SPS sitting on the rock that they were glued onto out of the water for at least an hour, dude. As a matter of fact, I forgot one that was sitting on the side of the system on top of the cabinet after I'd put everything back in, and said went to that side to turn on the pump. Like, holy crap, there's a coral still out here. It's doing fine. Clips is reefing. What's going on? When are you arriving, Rico? You're arriving tomorrow morning? Aquariums down under. How's Palooza? Well, I haven't gone to Palooza yet, but so far, fishing down in Daytona has been great. And I just watched an awesome sunset with all of you guys. And it's beautiful. Could be a little less cloudy, but we still got to see the sun, right? Yeah, we've done trough shipments out. We've up and down the East Coast, one to Minnesota, and they arrived fine. Life fine, sponges fine. No major die-off or anything like that. It was nice. We, wrapped it up really well, packed it in a styrofoam cooler, a couple 6 mil thick bags with, I think it was like 2 heat packs per. But it arrived, no smell, no die-off, from bag to tank in 10-15 minutes. We just want to know if it would be something the community would like. Kind of our take on, not necessarily Dr. Tim's. We're not competing with Dr. Tim's. We're just trying to offer something that's cool. Got a new tank, need some sponges. Hey, you know, you've heard me talk about it a lot. You've heard Rico, a lot of other YouTubers talk about how important it is to, you know, get mature systems. And, you know, Rico's building his system right now. He built his system already with dry rock. And it's just a matter of time before the sponges and stuff start showing up as hitchhikers from corals or whatever. And it'll be just as good as live rock. What we were thinking is, hey, we could do that. We might be able to do it better, cheaper, if it was something that was packaged. Benangus. $70 degrees in Daytona Beach right now. It feels amazing. All right, kids, 87 minutes. Seed rock for your family. Tell CJ, come at me, bro. I'll send him some seed rock. But then I got to send Rico some seed rock too, so that their fight's fair, or their competition is fair. What comes in a sponge package? Well, Calypso, it would be 10 pounds of cured live rock, already seeded with beneficial sponges, visible beneficial sponges, coralline algae. It would be 100% clean, no like aptasia, no bad hitchhikers, no you know, gorilla crabs, none of that stuff, because all the rock starts life dry. And it's basically they're seeded in vats at the warehouse. And so give or take, each batch takes about 6 months to a year, give or take. But we think we have about, I think we have 2 batches ready already. So each batch is about 6 months old. And so what we do is we remove about 50% of the rock from each batch, add 50% new rock in, which will also become seeded in roughly the same amount of time, kind of rotate it. But you'll get that. You'll get, you know, a big jar of things like copepods to also add to your tank. But just kickstart your cycle. Kickstart your beneficial critters on your live rock. It would be something like that. And we're just trying to figure out what pricing you guys feel would be approachable, something you'd actually want to buy. You know, you have some places that really like to, they have great rock, great stuff, but at the price per pound, it's a little rough on the pockets, especially for how much of it you would need for a big system or something like that if you're just trying to use their rock. What we're looking at are smaller pieces of rock, specifically designed to have a lot of surface area and a lot of beneficial bacteria, pods, and all that cool stuff, sponges that will populate your tank for the most part. Get you kicking in gear real fast. And they're not on the website yet, Calypso. It's something that we're research and development, I should say. We've tried it a couple of times. I think we have the process down packed. All right. So I think my phone is going to die. And it is sundown. Temperature has dropped, which means it's now time to go fishing again. Yeah. And I think we have our spot picked out. Yeah, I wouldn't even begin to start scraping. You ever squished this pineapple sponge, dude? Like, push it. It's 99% air, 1% sponge. So you try to scrape it off. I would be sending you guys a little a little sandwich bag of something that looks like a white booger inside of it. Hey, add this to your tank. It's gonna turn into a sponge, I swear. No, it's kind of a better thing to put. Smear. Yeah. Pineapple sponge booger. No, but we want to put cool sponges on it, not just like pineapple sponges. So we've experimented with taking a sponge, say some of the Florida sponges, the reds, the green, the purple sponges, and we figured out a way to slice them underwater and attach them to live rock. So when you get your live rock, it has orange, green, yellow, purple sponges, orange, green, yellow, purple sponges growing on the rock. So if you want to stick it in your tank and take a Brillo pad or take a wire brush and scratch it a little bit so that it goes all over the tank, then you'll have sponges growing all over your tank before you know it. But something we toyed the idea with. We haven't seen it done, and we think it would be cool for reefers to have something like that ability, I don't think we could patent live rock, so it'd be about quality. All right, kids, I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys for and make it look natural, clips. All right, so thank you guys for hanging out with me this afternoon and watching the sunset and talking about corals and stuff. I'll do this again. Maybe we'll do it again tomorrow afternoon. Maybe we'll show you guys what we caught and bring you over here to the grill and cook some of it up. But Rico, I know you're driving, dude. Have a safe trip. Watch out for Smokey. He's all over the place. He was all over the place when we drove down yesterday. So just watch out for him, especially through the Georgia corridor. They're out there like crazy. Mostly Awoken, Tina, Al, Jeff, Calypso, all of you guys. Let me see who else is here. Aquarium Down Under, Rico, all you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Definitely, if you're at ReefaPalooza, say hi to us. We want you guys to say hi to us. We want you guys to say, hey, what's up? Shoot the crap. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully SC will be here finally. He arrived today, but he's down in Tampa, hanging out in Tampa with some other folks, another wholesalers, another secret I can't tell you guys about yet. But see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. As always, I will catch you guys on the flip side.